Hey everybody, I am in the garage again today. We have a little bit of a different setup, but I didn't finish the last time around, so we're going to get right back into here, into this. I'm gonna try to hide some of the shelves that we have because we've got a lot of stuff in here. Um, as I said before, I like to keep everything kind of extra out of my house if possible. So it ends up here in the garage, and it's like it's way on its way out, or it's extra storage or something like that. So here's just a sneak peek of what we're going to be doing today. Okay, I'm going to flip you around and we'll kind of go from there. So unfortunately, we still have a lot of fall and Halloween. We're a week from the last time that I came through here. But we are actually going to make sure that we get this taken care of today because it's just piling up and I need to get it taken care of. So we have a few exercise equipment that I'm ready to get rid of, and I want to make sure that I can get back in here on the floor. There's all my cleaning products and electrical. Those are extra containers, that way if I need them. Well, we had just a bit of an interruption, but here are our shelves currently. So right here we have electrical, and we have extra supplies like paper towels and napkins, because I like to keep very minimal in the house. We have extra cleaner and extra Tide that I talked about. We have some storage containers, and these over here are projects that I'm working on. We have a couple Goodwill bins that I need to take care of, and then we have our extra food bins. Please excuse the mess. It is an absolute mess, but we're working on it. So, and then we have fall right here. We have Halloween, and we have extra containers that I need to take care of, and I just found a few items on clearance that I need to go ahead and take care of. So what I plan to do is move all of this off of the floor so I have plenty of room to clean. And I'm going to go ahead and put it on my treadmill right now. Exactly the best angle, but I'm going to go ahead and do what I need to do so that I can get everything taken care of. And I'm going to do this as quickly as I possibly can. I like to work in sections, and I like to work in large amounts, and I also like to make it somewhat of a game so that it feels like, okay, I have a game. I'm gonna make this go as fast as I possibly can. I also like to gather like items with like items. These are all empty containers that I truly believe I'm going to get rid of, but right now we're going to keep those. Oh, these are old pans that we have that are scratched up. I need to deal with this. I need to make a decision. So right now, we're just going to move this around. Again, I just want a starting point so that I can put everything in one spot, and I can sort from there. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move some of these containers around. We have empty bags. They really need to just go to recycling. That's what we always have. I had moved these plastic containers out. I'm going to put them with the rest of the plastic containers that I need to make a decision on. We're trying a new system with baskets inside, and I want to test it out and see. So we have more empty plastic containers. What I'm trying to do is buy like items to see if that works, because I do like things that kind of nestle together. They all match, so that if something is not in use, at least I can nestle them together here in the garage, that when I need them, they're going to be available. So I'm going to go ahead and keep moving things around. I'm going to move everything off of the floor. Well, here we go again. I am back on the floor, and I'm dealing with Halloween. I'm a little bit embarrassed about what's going on here, but we're just going to go ahead and look at these really quickly. I don't like that things have taken so long. It's not something that should have happened. I should have been able to put this away right away. But again, these things happen. I need to get a hold of it again. Once I get a hold of it, I'll be able to go ahead and keep up with things. But again, sometimes life just kind of gets away from you, and you just need to take care of it in the moment. So I'm going to go ahead and flip you back around, and we're going to go ahead and start taking care of this. So right now, I still feel like I made the right decision in the items that I kept here. A lot of them my daughter really likes and enjoys, so I'm going to go ahead and keep those. And I also, this is stuff from the last couple years, and I need to review that and see if what I'm going to keep, what she actually still likes and uses, and then we'll kind of, we'll go from there. All right, so we're going to start with this. I do like this still. They're just black pom-poms from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to put it in here so that I can at least get everything off the floor, and then I can decide from there. My daughter did like these as well. She did like those, so we're going to put those in here. This is kind of the small items for my tier tray that I do decorate, and that's one of the first things that I decorate. So if I have a large tote like this, I'm less likely to pull this down to decorate my tier tray really quickly. So there's probably very few things that I'm going to get rid of here. So let's start with that. Let's go ahead and get these off the floor as well. My daughter did end up liking these quite a bit. They just hang from the tree. I found those at the Dollar Tree this year, and I was actually kind of surprised because they held up very well. I thought it would kind of break really quickly. So I did purchase 2 for this year. This one did break, so I am going to see what I can do with this. And then we're going to put this in here as well. We're going to see if it will fit on top so we can save some space in the back here. All right, so we have our bins here that we're going to go ahead and continue to add to. This is another outside item. I'm going to go ahead and put that there. These are for my tier tray. I do like these, and I have these ceramics that are for my tier tray. So I really want to be very, very careful with those. I don't want those to break. So let's go ahead and see how I can fit this in here. Okay, these again are for my tier trays. But I do think I have enough of these. Let me see. I may use these black ones for another project that I have. So I'm going to go ahead and just fit those in there, and I'm going to see what I can find. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pull these out. Because it's my tier tray, it'll be very easy for me to be able to get back into there. This was also something that I purchased. I thought he was cute, so I will put him in with the outside decorations as well. So let's go ahead and put this garland in there. I really might have to think about that because I may not want to keep this. So I have to think about that. I do really like this tree, so I will keep this tree here. So that goes in with the larger items, and I want to be extremely, obviously, delicate, so we want to be careful with that. All right, these also go on my tier tray, so I'm going to put those in this container. Again, I just want to get things off the floor with the items that I know we are keeping. This was just a topper that my daughter really liked. She thought it was cute. So we'll go ahead and put that in there. This is from my tier tray, and so is this. So let's make sure that I can get this together here real quickly. All right. It's just a little bit of maneuvering here and there everywhere. All right. So it doesn't look pretty. I know there are items that I need to take out of here, but I also know that I need to be realistic and say I am going to go ahead and close these up, and I will go through them again. Feels so much better now. I still have the fall that I need to take care of here, but these are Halloween. I'm going to put them up on our decorative shelves, and we have a clear floor again. Now I do have to admit, it does look like it needs some help here. And it does need some help, but I also know exactly where everything is, which is good. So it's not perfect. It's not going to be Instagram perfect. I am not perfect. So I am going to just say it is good enough for right now. Now what we have are the few fall items that I have here. Now, all the green is Christmas. We have some party supplies and extra cups and different things for parties. We also have like Easter and 4th of July and miscellaneous holidays. I like to keep a very small amount that fit on my tier tray just so that I can decorate and then I can pull it down. Things are a little bit festive. I tend to not do it if it's overwhelming. I like to do the decorations on my tier tray, and then if it's too overwhelming, I'm not going to do it again. So I like to have just a very small amount. So these are fall, these are Halloween, and then these are just extras and candles. This down here, these are things that I need to take care of. These are all my daughter's beach toys and sand toys and different things like that. In the drawers, we also have additional yard work, dog. We have, unfortunately, a lot for my daughter, like bubbles and chalk and water play and different things like that. So things have kind of overflowed a little bit. I need to get a hold of this still. This will probably be a future project, but right now I just wanted to get the floor cleared. So that makes me feel a lot better. So right now, I think what I'm going to do is start making progress in this stack of items here. But it's going to be a slow process because they are tougher decisions, things that I have to make a little bit harder. So I'm going to move things around here and there. I'm going to take a few things into the house and take things so that I can post them for people to come pick up for free. So you're going to see quite a bit of that. I will kind of run you through just a few items that way. And some are quick, easy, ready to just move out. And that's really what I want. But it's going to take a little bit of time to go through those things. So I'll take you on the journey with just a few of the items. Please don't get me wrong in this when I say that I've learned a lot about myself in the last couple years. I do know that my brain and my body function better with minimal items in the house. So it may look like I'm getting rid of a lot of items, but I have found that if I purchase it and it really does not serve my family, I would much rather it go to another family and serve it. I'd rather pay it forward with that item in hopes that somebody else can use it rather than it sit in my garage and collect dust. So this is a lot more inventory than I like to handle. I would prefer that every single item that I'm not using on a very good basis, that it goes to somebody who will be able to use it. And that's how I look at it. It's not serving me. If it's in this garage, in a storage, if I'm using it every year, once a year, that's okay. Like Christmas and Halloween and different things like that. As I said, I like to keep them in small sections so that I could say, this is my decoration for the house, and anything that doesn't fit in here needs to go out. That's the minimal mom way. And during COVID, when all of that was happening, I was watching a lot of her, and she just, it clicked. It made sense. And since then, and it hasn't been that long, but since then, I really have been very intentional about what I bring in. I must love it. If I don't love it, then it needs to go back out and it needs to serve somebody else. That is my number one goal, is to not feel overwhelmed, like I have too much inventory to take care of. I would rather somebody else get use out of that item that I am not going to use, or that I thought would function one way and it ends up not functioning that way. So my first step is always, can I return the item? If I can't return it, okay, let me go ahead and give it just a short period of time if I think I'm going to use it. And then I go ahead, I put it out and I post it for free so people can come to me and say, yes, I actually am very interested in that item, so that it can move on and serve another family. That's number one goal for me. So as you see me put these items in to post for free, I don't want you to think that this is just what I do. I buy, I purchase, I go ahead and post, and then it's just money out of the account. I very much pay attention to the money that comes out of my account. And I hate doing this, but again, if it doesn't serve me, we need to move on. So let's go ahead and start getting through this real quick. This was the Christmas decorations that I decluttered, and hopefully that Christmas decluttering video is up. It was a lot of the plaid items that I did purchase from the Dollar Tree. And I did the plaid tree for 3 years. I don't believe that I'm going to go back to the plaid tree, so I would rather post this, all plaid items, see if somebody is interested in using it this year for their tree. Because I think, that, again, much more important for me to do that. There are also some other items that they don't match my style. A lot of times I buy, like this is from the Dollar Tree, a lot of times I buy ornaments from the Dollar Tree, and I get them 2 for a pack or something like that, and it matches my style that year. But I'm okay saying every year, if I get $6 worth of ornaments and then I don't like them next year, it's okay. I will go ahead and bless somebody else with them. This basket is so cute. I have held on to it. Oh gosh, maybe 15 years now. I have not used it more than a handful of times. As you can see, it still has a tag on it. I would rather somebody be able to use this. So, and then we also have a large roll of velvet ribbon that I purchased. It was probably 75% off this price, and this was definitely 2006. I bet it probably was 2006 when I purchased this, and I haven't used it. If I haven't used it, I want to bless somebody else with it, because this is a large roll of velvet that they can use for their house. So it's just different decisions like that I really want to make sure that I'm constantly reviewing what is coming into my house and what is going to serve us. If that's not really going to serve us, as I said, return or give to somebody else. This is a very large water bottle. I found it at the Dollar Tree. It was $1.25. I almost wonder if they had it marked incorrectly. My daughter does not want to hand wash this, and neither do I. So she used it all summer long, and it still looks like it's in really good condition. So I think I'm going to go ahead and hand this off to somebody else who will definitely be able to use this. Now it comes to things I need to take action on, and I really need to make sure that I do a better job of that rather than just putting it in here and then I don't end up taking action on it. So this was a tablecloth that my daughter thought was really cute over the summer at the Dollar Tree. We didn't use it. We do plan on going camping possibly next year, so I'm going to put this with the camping items because I think that's where I will look for it. If we end up going camping, I'll at least know where it's at. And then these were a set of items that I purchased to wrap a cord around a mixer and other appliances. Hopefully you can see that. And I have not installed them yet, but I do want to install them. I do tend to get out my mixer about once a year. So what I plan to do with this is go ahead and I'm going to install it in my mixer right now while I have it out. And I know it sounds weird, once a year, but there are reasons. I'm gluten-free, dairy-free, and I don't eat a lot of sweets and different things like that. So I tend to not use this very often. So I'm going to go ahead and put these in with the appliances, number one, because then I'll use it. And then I'm going to go ahead put this in with our camping. And I also have this oven liner that I wanted to install in my oven, and I haven't done that yet either. So again, these are action items. I'm going to go take these and I'm going to put them where they belong so that I can get these taken care of. All right, we're getting to the bottom of this container. I need to just take action on these as well. So these, I have a command hook and other things like this. I have a shoebox, a plastic shoebox that I have up with my laundry items. I'm going to go ahead and put those in there. I also have a little suction cup, not exactly sure what it's for, but that will go in there as well. That way, if for some reason I remember, oh, that's what it goes to, at least I know it's going to be with the suction items, right? I did purchase these. I'm going to put these with the camping because I was going to use them to cover plates and different things like that. So I need to take action on that. This is just a lemon, there we go, a lemon thyme candle. It's kind of citronella smell. I'm going to put it with my candles over here with the decorations. And then I did purchase these at the Dollar Tree. I thought they were really pretty. And I don't exactly have a plan for them at the moment, so I really shouldn't have purchased them, but they were really pretty. So I will make a plan to use these. So I'm going to put them with the rest of my ball jars. And I'm not saying all this because I have everything put together, because clearly I do not. But I do really want to emphasize what I have found worked for me, because I think it's very important Before I found that, I was trying to fit into a system, fit into a mold. And it wasn't until I really started to say, you know what are the problem areas for me? What are my stopping points? Obviously, not putting this stuff away was a stopping point for me. Things end up on my washer and dryer. Okay, so then I know I have to take action with that item today. If I do not take action with that, clearing off that washer and dryer every single day, we end up with a pile here. So I do know these things about me. I learned those things about me, and I understand where the stopping point is. And I found what works for me, the system that works for me to stop things from overflowing and falling all over the floor or in bins. It took me 40 plus years to figure that out. But I also am glad that I figured it out, because now I know how much inventory I can handle, and come to find out it's a lot less than I thought it was. So I just want to try empower you to make the best decisions for you, because your inventory is going to be completely different than mine. My husband he loves to have things around him. He loves to have his most treasured items around him at all the time. But I tend to find like it's very claustrophobic to me, and I feel like everything's closing in. So I have learned those things about me, my husband, and my daughter. My daughter's a little bit more like my husband, where she just likes to have her things. So then I have her desk, and I'm like, okay, this is the thing you love right now. Let's put that right there on display. And I find that she loves it. She enjoys it. She knows what she wants to put in her treasure box, and she knows what she's ready to get rid of when she's ready to do that. So I'm trying to teach her now how to handle these things. Well, coming back to not being perfect, we have some items here that I did end up finding clearance, obviously, at Food Lion. And we are gluten-free, cow's dairy-free, because I end up breaking out with those items. So I tend to, when I find these on sale, I tend to purchase them. So this one is a banana bread. So this really should have never, sorry, you're on a table and I bounced it. These should have never come out here, but they did. So now I need to take action on them and say, okay, this needs to go inside, and I need to find room for it, because right now our baking items are kind of overflowing. We tend to, like I said, bake pretty much like at the end of the year. I make some things for my daughter since she's off for a longer period of time around Christmas, and obviously Christmas sweets and different things like that. So I try to buy a few things around that time that we make extra special. And that I can take to my parents. That way she has something all the time. Okay, that makes me feel a little bit better. I do like to take action and put those things away right away. If I don't, I end up having a pile that I need to deal with a little bit later. And then I might be too fatigued, or I might be called out to an appointment, or this or that. So I like to really grab one thing at a time. It takes me a lot longer to clean things up, but I also know that it will be clean. It will be cleaner a little bit longer. So I actually have this container right here that I am working on. So we also, same time, I found some clearance grill items that I need to go ahead and take out and put into the grill area. Now this here, I kind of wanted to try something a little bit different. We have another one, but I wanted to try a digital. We do not have a digital. We just have, I believe it's going to be called analog. And then we also have, I did find these. They were actually under $4. I believe $3.20 something. They were on clearance at Food Lion. So I did pick these up for our camping as well. So I'm going to go ahead and put these with the grill items, and I'm going to put these with the camping items, and then I'll be right back. Well, we've made a little bit of progress, which is really good. I'm glad that we made some progress. So I do need to clear that off. I need to get that done by tomorrow. And then we have a clear floor. Yay! And I was able to fit the cleaner on the shelf, which is good. If you have not seen this at the Dollar Tree, it actually works really well, and it does not make me nauseous, which is really nice. So at least we have everything off the floor. Again, it's a garage. It is storage. We have a lot of items. I'm trying to work on that, and I would love for you to come along with me if you're interested. Well, that is an improvement. So at least we can walk on the floor. Again, those are a few items that I'm going to be getting rid of. And we do still have this stack of items here. Again, the large stack, they're pretty much empty containers. As I've been getting rid of things, I just have a little extra containers that don't exactly match the rest of my items. So I do need to review those really quickly in the next day or two. And then we have the others. I need to go through those, but I just need to take a little bit of a break. I did take a little bit of one. And then here we go again. So, yay, floor is clean. Things are on the shelves in the categories that they belong. And we're good to go. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video. I hope that you found something useful. I'm sorry that I was very chatty. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. Thank you, and I hope you have a blessed day.